folks. Laura Johns, founder and CEO of the Business Growers. So glad that you decided to take a few minutes to listen to the No Growth Skill podcast. Just a solo podcast today. Just want to talk to you about some things that I'm learning in my own agency, some things that I feel like can empower your marketing team. And the number one thing is that I want to talk about today is what I wish I knew. So I want to look back over the last few years and talk about the things that I wish that I knew before starting a marketing agency. I know that not all of you are aspiring entrepreneurs. Some of you are, and I think it's awesome. And, I like to consider myself an accidental entrepreneur. I never really planned to start a business, but here we are. And I'm so glad I did. But there are always things that we look back and say, coulda, woulda, shoulda, wish I would have done this, wish I would have known this. And so I just want to take a few minutes today to talk through that. Here are the 6 things that I wish that I knew before starting a marketing agency. It all started, my inspiration to list these things out, all started this summer. I was in Vegas with CEOs from all over the United States in the room, sitting at a table. Some of them were agency owners in real estate, some were in painting industry, some owned generalist agencies, but everyone at the table had at some point been in my shoes, understood where I was. And that was just something that was really, something I had not really felt much since I started my own agency was, a lot of times you feel alone. It's really easy to feel alone when you're a business owner. And I was really in the room and sitting down with people that were just like me in a way. So that particular event really, I feel like is going to be a marker in my career, is something that I'm never going to forget. The CEOs at this table were energized. They were not looking at their phone or running out to get on their laptop like I was. They were engaged. They were tuned into the table, tuned into the room. And that was something that I felt like I had not experienced before or had seen before, really in my agency thus far. So, I kind of took note of that. So obviously for the first 2 years as CEO at the Business Growers, I did whatever needed to be done to keep clients happy, late nights, long hours, sacrificing family time for my laptop. But during my week in Vegas, these CEOs gave me practical steps. Number one, reading the book, Buy Back Your Time, Get It Today. If you're an entrepreneur, changed my life. But taking advice on exactly what steps I needed to take to get me from working in the business every day to working on the business. And I'm not perfect. I'm certainly not there yet, but I'm definitely making strides. So, I'm really grateful for that event, but here are a couple of things that, I really felt like, stood out to me over the last couple of years that I think if I could look back and say, here are some things I maybe would have done differently or things that I've learned, here they are. Number one, just do good work. Do good work. Entrepreneurs are often so fixated on growing revenue and what it's going to take to get to the next, revenue threshold that they don't either trust themselves or they're so worried about revenue, they're not just thinking about the quality of work. I'd made a lot of decisions early on out of fear because I was afraid it wasn't going to make money. So rather than doing that and fully trusting myself and my own capabilities, I was thinking really conservatively about what our business could do. And here's what I've learned: delivering really good value for our clients creates a ripple effect. In fact, this month alone, we have 3 clients who have come back to us and asked for more services, a new product offering that we offer proactively. We didn't ask for it; they came to us. All because we have poured our heart into our work and we are doing good work and they see it. And so our customers have really become our biggest advocates and referrals start flowing in. So the stress that you put in, the time that you put into stressing about things like revenue, you really don't have to stress about if you just do good work. So do good work, make them, do good work. Do the best that you can from a quality standpoint, and the rest will fall into place. Make a greater impact with niching down. So when I first started, I took any client that wanted to do business with me. And in fact, I'm still kind of transitioning that part of my business. So after the first 6 months, I looked at myself, looked at the numbers and thought to myself, okay, 3 things. What's making me the most money? What's making the most impact? And what client relationships are operating the smoothest? After looking into those three things, I really realized, hey, we have a niche. We have an ideal client that we serve. After 19 years in technology, it led me to realize what I truly love is not only what makes me happy, it's also what makes me money. And it's also what my clients love and enjoy and seem to be most excited about. So today we've decided our ideal customer profile is a technology CEO or leader. A technology company that's got 30 or less employees is typically right in our wheelhouse. That's in B2B SaaS, telecommunications, managed services providers, any other technology type startup. Who don't need or can't afford a full in-house marketing team, but really need a support like one. So that's us. That's who we are. And I've loved that we've kind of figured out exactly who we serve best. 3, your team. Unleash your team's superpowers. It's really easy to think that, I'm the only one that has the capability to do X, Y, and Z, but the truth is I really don't. My team is much more skilled in a lot of these marketing strategies and tactics, way more so than I am. So, the entrepreneurial journey is not a straight line. It's got ups and downs. Same as far as the evolution of it, the same as your team. We're growing fast. We change quickly, and the skills that my team has acquired over the last couple of years has evolved. And I don't want to assume strengths and then, hire someone for a position that my team may have wanted, someone on my team may have wanted, and I went externally to find it. So, remembering that keeping my team informed about the plan, keeping them informed about positions that are coming open is important. And so, as a leader, it's my job to help my team lean into their strengths. In fact, a pastor that I had several years ago would always, when someone would join the church, say, would pray, God, help us make room for their gifts. And that's the kind of business that I want to build. I want to make room for their gifts. So, one thing that I can do is joyfully, learn more about my team, let them know what's coming in terms of what we're hiring, and then let them flex their skills in a way that benefits them and the business. So figuring out where they, work best and letting them go. So, roles are going to always shift and evolve. It's the rhythm of growth. Making sure that your team is really in the right spot is important. So SOPs, number 4. I'm a visionary. I'm not an SOP gal, but SOPs are extremely important. And if I were running this business by myself, I would fly by the seat of my pants all day. But with a growing team, this does not lead to sustainable business. So thankfully, I've been blessed with an amazing ops team. Vicky, Adara, our team has swooped in and they have built SOPs, and they are taking us from what was once good to just freaking great. One day at a time. So with SOPs in place, we can deliver not just quality for our clients, but consistency. And that's what's going to allow us to really scale the right way. So SOPs, got to have them. That was number 4. So number 1, do good work. Number 2, niche down. Number 3, let your team find their fit and let them go. And then SOPs, number 4. Sorry, that was number 4. 3 was the team. 4. Okay, 5. Hire smart, hire early. Growth is really exciting, but it can blow you away if you're growing too fast and not hiring fast enough. So fast growth just, means you have to hire fast. But what I've learned is you need to hire before you're desperate. Bringing in new team members when you're buried under a mountain of work ensures that you can't train them well if you're buried under work. So you have to hire them to keep this ship sailing smoothly. And smart hiring really isn't just about filling positions. It's about investing in that potential of your current team and then fostering a culture of continuous learning. So when you bring on a team member before you're swamped, you give them and your business the space to thrive 100%. And I've done it both ways, trust me. So I know. And then the last one, I can't say enough how good it felt to be at that table of CEOs. And I'm learning how important that is for my own growth as a CEO and the growth of the business. So connections with other people who are doing what you're doing, that is gold. So whether it's CEOs, other people in your space, those are the people that are telling me, you got to read this book, giving me advice, one step ahead of me. And, being a CEO really is not just about business. It's about growth. It's about learning. It's about having a tribe that's got your back. I have that in my team. I have that in this group of CEOs. And so as I navigate my own journey as an entrepreneur, I'm learning that it's really, it's really not just about the business, it's about the journey of growth for me and empowering my team. So I'm really grateful to have learned what I've already learned. I still have plenty of learning. So if this podcast spoke to you, if you're interested in learning more about the business growers and what we do, or how you can grow your own business and skip some of these lessons that I've learned, and maybe be a little bit more proactive in some of these things, feel free to book a call with me at thebusinessgrowers.com. And if you enjoyed this podcast, be sure to like and subscribe. We really want to make sure that we stay in front of you at all times with this type of content. So thanks so much.